Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Cordant. We're back for some more Pillars of Eternity with the Triple Crown difficulty settings. So we're right now in Hammond's Emporium. This is just a shop.
Of course.
But the important thing is, this shop is in Stalwart. That's right, we're back in the White March DLC area, but this time we're in for the White March Part 2. So, finishing up White March Part 1, we re-enabled the White Forge. People were very happy, there were more travelers, more people coming in, but there was also the side effect that there is apparently a forgotten army coming to destroy everything. Not only that, there's also another army, which is the Iron Flail, of people, Red Serens, who want to take control of Durgan's battery. So we are back in action over here to see what we can do to help.
What am I to do with all of these?
What all of these? A well-built dwarven woman stands before you, one hand on her head and the other holding a few sheets of paper. 3 complaints of blights in Whitestone Hollow. And who are these people? Magran's faithful. Great. Another pack of religious zealots. It's like they're popping up out of the snow these days. She glances up at you. Oh, sorry, Cordant. Just a little preoccupied. Things may have quieted down some with the ogres lately, but there's been no shortage of new trouble. Or work for those interested. Just saying. Oh, I think this is the... I think she's the new bounty hunter. You mentioned blights. The terror of Whitestone Hollow. It's a grand blight that turned up after the avalanche. Real disaster that. A great big heap of snow right on top of one of our main trade routes. We can't start fixing the roads until we get the blights out of there. Can't exactly ask you to bring back this thing's head, but word is the terror's last victim was a caravan master. Turns out the fellow always wore a certain brooch. Figure it's somewhere in that monstrosity's belly. Bring me that brooch and I'll take it as proof you handled the blight. Sound fair? Okay, so this is one bounty. And who are Magran's faithful besides Mr. Durance there? Bandits and horse thieves, far as I can tell, led by a woman named Rodwith. Problem is, their little group keeps growing and they've started tearing through some of the smaller villages. They were last spotted by Searing Falls. Oh, I remember these. And rumor is they're headed in our direction. Stalwart's just getting its bearings. We can't afford this kind of trouble. Bring me Rodwith's head and I'll see you a little richer for it. Okay, and this is something that I want to do. I wasn't counting on this. I was actually going to mention that I have a very specific purpose for this episode.
Hey.
But we might get slightly sidetracked here. If you're looking for Mila, tell Royce I haven't seen her. Someone needs to keep a better eye on that girl. What? I'm just gonna check out the buildings to see if there's new people in there or if they have any quests for me. Okay, it's nighttime, so there's nothing in here. I'm gonna check the inn as well. I know the previous bounty hunter does not have any more quests for me because I spoke to him in the previous one. The previous episode, I mean. Royce.
Mila, where have you got to this time?
She's looking for someone. This woman looks at you like she's used to hearing bad news. She shakes her head and holds up her hands before you can even begin. Look, you can tell Hammond that I ain't seen Mila all day. And besides, he ought to keep a better eye on his shop if you don't want little uns poking around. She folds her arms and plants her feet wide. What's this about? She blinks and is suddenly embarrassed. Oh, you're the one who opened up the battery, aren't you? It's really nothing someone like you needs to be concerned with. She hesitates before deciding to continue. Actually, it's my girl, Mila. Been getting herself into all sorts of trouble poking around that Hammond's Emporium. She rolls her eyes but bites her lower lip nervously a moment later. But you ain't heard about her, huh? Okay, I wish there was an answer that's less aggressive than this one, but you don't know where your own child is? She backs away like she's been slapped. I didn't say that. Unable to look you in the eyes, her gaze darts to the ground, her cheeks flushed with embarrassment. But it's hard keeping track of her, what with all the commotion around here lately. Okay. Okay, so now we have a more benevolent answer. Don't be so hard on yourself, I'm sure she'll turn up. Do you need any help finding her? She's been out for quite a while now, that's nothing new. She chews her lip, wondering. Still, I can't help but worry that she's gone and gotten herself into some trouble. If you could keep an eye or two open for her while you're in town, I'd greatly appreciate it. I'll make sure she's not in any trouble. Oh, thank you. Everyone is so busy these days with the mines and the forge opening back up again. It's kind of you to help. Okay, well, I have a few questions for you. Need something? Is there some place Mila likes to run off to? She often takes off to Hammond's Emporium, she shrugs. Has a problem with looking at things instead of touching them. Hammond's been on my back the past few days to keep her away. And might her father know where she's gone? Please don't worry him. He's in enough trouble with his job already. She smiles weakly. Truly, all of us appreciate what you did, opening the battery back up. Folks like my Lord Guard are making good money patching up all the damage out front. Please don't set his mind spinning about where Mila is. Okay, so this one is the correct answer, I imagine. But hopefully I can tell him later if she is in some actual real danger. I won't tell him anything, don't worry. Just stay away from him. Word is you could keep a secret if your life depended on it. You bitch! She winces as soon as the last word leaves her mouth, then shrugs apologetically. Yeah, and I think it's because I'm very honest that she's saying this. But we have a new task, Wild Mila. And this one I guess we can just take care of right now. I don't expect this to be a lengthy quest. She's been known to be around Hammond's Emporium, so let's go back there and ask to see if anybody's seen her. There's a little girl, Mila, that comes around here. I heard she's been causing trouble for you. She's out of control! Though I suppose one can hardly blame her, what with the way her own mother's always screaming at her. He leans across the counter and speaks to you in a conspiratorial whisper. I mean, where do you think the little rascal learns that kind of behavior, He tilts his head. Only person I've ever seen give her a proper talking to is that wild woman who loiters by the hut just south of here. Aska, that's her name. I don't know what it was about, but the girl's eyes were this big. He curves his hands into circles as large as goose eggs. But I suppose someone's gotta do it. I told the girl's mother I'd be speaking with Mayor Tarfo. Oh, it's a new mayor. If I caught her picking around my shop again, so I guess it worked. He shrugs. Well, farewell. So we have seen Aska. She's the lady down here that also told us something about something. Oh, it's a bounty hunter. I nearly forgot already. Let's go and meet Aska. I heard you scolded Royce's girl. Aska cocks her head, thinking for a moment, then she begins laughing. You know what that girl did? She snatched a whole chicken from the Grief's rest. Raw. Told her I'd better not catch her thieving again, but I was trying my damnedest not to laugh. Funny kid. She wipes a tear from the corner of her eye. But it's gotta be rough on her, you know. Her old man's working at the battery and he's one absence away from getting fired. Again. Okay, so yeah, it's better not to tell him. Blazes. Only reason Lodgar still has a job is cause Wengra's a softy beneath all that suit. But Mila, she showed up at the battery the other day and nearly got him sacked. Since then, I've seen her keeping to herself. Spends a lot of time at the temple, come to think of it. Things may have quieted down some with the ogres lately, but there's been no shortage of new trouble. Or work for those interested, just saying. Okay, so she was seen at the temple. This is what you would call a fetch quest. Oh, she's still here, Hista.
This is going to be fantastic.
Okay.
Just wait till they hear about this.
She gave us a quest back in the White March Part 1. So, to the temple we go to see if we can find Mila. This temple is looking very, very different.
Oh, come on! Stupid sword!
She's named, he's named, those two aren't. Masca. Okay, now you're just pissing me off. She slams her forge hammer down on the unfinished blade with a loud clang. Straighten out, damn you. Temper, Masca. The old priest glares at Masca reproachfully. Sorry, master, it just slipped out. She takes a deep breath and releases it slowly. What's wrong with the sword? Where to begin? She gestures at a rapidly cooling lump of iron on her anvil. For one, I can't manage to shape the metal no matter how hard I try. Master Ingrim says envision a sword, so I'm envisioning really, really hard. I think I'm ending up with a club. Maybe a mace if I'm lucky, but no sword. If my work doesn't improve soon, they'll kick me out of the temple. Can't be a priest if you're not a proper smith. Unless you help me. Masca glances around. Go on. I snuck a peek at Master Ingrim's lore books and came across a ritual that can enchant a forge hammer to boost smithing skill. That's exactly the kind of edge I need. I've already completed the first part of the ritual, crafting the hammer. Unfortunately, the next two parts require travel to the Deerwood, and there's no way Master Ingrim will let me leave anytime soon. Well, isn't crafting using a magical forge hammer unethical? I'm not trying to show anyone up, I just want to appear competent. You know, buy myself time until I'm actually competent. So fake it till you make it, I guess. I'd better get back to it before Master Ingrim gets annoyed with me. Okay, I'll complete the forge hammer ritual for you. That's great! She hands you a forge hammer. That hammer actually turned out alright. The first place you'll need to go is the Shrine of Abaddon in Crucible Keep. That's in the First Fires district in Defiance Bay. I've never been there myself. Just place the hammer at the shrine and it should get blessed, or something. After that, you'll need to find the Shrine of Magran in Magran's Fork. It's not far from Defiance Bay. To the north of the city, I think. Do the same thing with the hammer at the shrine, then head back here. Okay, so fairly simple. However, I am looking for Mila. Sorry, haven't seen her. Talk to Master Ingrim, he'll know better than me. Okay, farewell. A new quest, Iron and Flame. Ooh.
What is it?
Can I? And there's too many people here, but I'm gonna try. When this guy goes there... Yeah, shh. Shh. Okay, I think if I have my entire bar white, I might be able to do it. And maybe if I even just go straight through here, it might be better. Okay, go, 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 go. Oh no, okay, so not through here. Sorry if this takes a little bit, but cooling this down takes a little bit. So I want to try and stay at their backs. I'm gonna wait for this guy to come here and then start going back there. And I'm gonna go for the chest, which should be now.
I'll see it done. It's
Okay.
finished.
Oh! This was very worth it. Abaddon's Hands. Of all the stories of all the gods, no doubt one of the most charming is the legend of Abaddon's Hands. In some cultures, Abaddon's hands are tiny, cheerful creatures that hide in the walls and in the cracks between paving stones. In others, they are silent men of stone who roam distant lands. In all such tales, however, they are Abaddon's constructs, built in his image to continue his good work of creating strong and wondrous things in this world. Thus, upon spying a mighty mountain peak, or a row of other pillars, or another natural marvel, parents and nursemaids will tell young children that these are the work of Abaddon's hands. Such is the appeal of Abaddon as a deity, as it is through his legend that we recognize familiar shapes in the natural world. Thus, when we see a landform that resembles a colonnade, or an arched gate, or a mighty home, we see a hand and a purpose at work that is not unlike our own. And while Abaddon's own identity as a construct is alienating to some, to many of us, his crude yet practical shape is comforting. While the other gods take the form of birds, beast and sea, Abaddon takes the shape of our most common tools and constructions. His debasement in a body of iron elevates our own works and labors, and it offers us a grand hope. For if a god could rebuild himself out of iron, what wonders might Kith create with their own hands? Okay, cool. Let's also steal this. Oh, Mila's drawing. This slightly singed piece of paper has a charcoal drawing on the front. What is mountains, a cave or a forest with trees, and this is water? Water with some stones? And I'm guessing that this is Mila and two friends? These kind of remind me of Wicts. Let's hope they aren't. Okay, so we have what we need. I'm guessing. This warped breastplate is still warm from the forge. This smooth anvil hardly looks like it's seen use. Let's talk to Master Engrim. Engrim nods at you and smiles in recognition. Ah, the kindler of the White Forge. We owe you a great debt for the industry and faith you've restored here. Welcome to the Temple of Abaddon. Oh, I'll show him the drawing. Do you know where this is? He holds the crumpled paper delicately, careful not to smudge the charcoal. After a moment of contemplation, he purses his lips. I'm not sure what I'm looking at, to be honest. He blinks and turns the drawing to hold it right side up. That makes more sense, I think. A cave and some trees? No, those must be the other stones out by Whitestone Hollow. I think there's a cave not far from there. Okay. Oh, I can also tell him that Masca is trying to cheat. I heard Royce's girl Mila sometimes comes here. He smiles kindly. She usually sits just there by the forge and draws with some of the charcoal nubs. Poor girl's lonely. The only other children in town are a few years older, and the others that would have been her age are all Hollowborn. He shakes his head. This used to be a temple to Ondra. Oh, just give me a second here. He tilts his head to one side. Back when this was a dying, forgotten place. But the clerics who tended it left, as is customary of their goddess. The throngs who have since come to Stalwart sought a more practical deity. Okay, so sorry about that. Got a phone call in the middle. But yeah, so... more practical deity, okay. And I think that's all I wanted to know from him. So I think we're good to continue.
Hey.
And we got the impression that Mila could be found in the Whitestone Hollow. And I mean, it's the new area, so we expect some new quests to be there. Okay, let me see. I have Iron and Flame. Ah, this is for the Hammer Blessing. We have Ready the Cannons. Okay. And for the tasks we have Wild Mila, and then we have 2 bounties. I might actually do the bounties today. Not sure. Because what I wanted out of going into part 2 for the White March was actually 2 items.
Hey.
But I might get them after this. So let me see. Just refresh my memory. So this bounty is in Whitestone Hollow. Okay, easy enough. And this one, okay, it's in Deerwood, correct. So this one is in Searing Falls. I guess I can start with this one. Because it's just, I'm gonna go there and come back. And then we can properly explore the Whitestone Hollow area. I can look for the bounty and I can look for the girl. And I think one of the items that I want is also in Whitestone Hollow. Okay, so now, for this bounty...
And what does the flame reveal?
I remember the last time I came here, I was feeling very cocky. Because all of the other bounties had been, you know, somewhat easy after dealing with the Ogre bounty. And I remember that this one wasn't that easy. So we're gonna take some care here. And we're gonna use proper spells. But we have sort of a choke point already here, natural one. So I'm gonna be using it. Probably even over here, which is the tightest spot of this bridge.
Of course.
We're gonna lure in the enemies. They have a bunch of priests, some druids, a soldier. They have rifles, which is interesting. But I think that's also something from the priests of Magran specifically. Okay, well, there's not much to say. We're gonna engage in combat. I'm gonna reveal Mr. Eder. The fight will start. We can stop him right here. And we can begin with our usual buffing routine. I want speed and I want that. You are fine as you are. I guess I could toss out a summon just to help out. Because why not? And Mr. Durgan will start buffing my party. Just like that. Let's slow time down and let them come. A firebug. Aimed at it there. I think I'm gonna move it there a little bit to the front so we don't get hit by this, because I think this spell is the one that bounces between party members. So I want to be careful with that. So let's move further ahead a little bit. You as well. And... okay, so he's right here. This should be enough. You're gonna go over there. Let's get a vigorous defense, see if this misses. And we're gonna start blasting. So we have this faithful soldier. Let's see if the Envenom Strike works properly here. I'm going to start shooting that guy. Kana can just stay here for the time being. Aloth has finished buffing, so we're gonna do some stuff with him. Let's move him a little bit forward. You as well, maybe. Okay, so we are engaged in combat. Ooh, and you see this guy? He's casting a level 8 spell. That's not a joke. So let's try to stun him. So you are... oh, I forgot she... god damn it, I forgot about this. I gave her this weapon to kind of play around with it. But I think this weapon is actually not that good. I'm still gonna do this just to see it. Kill 3 enemies with strong souls. These NPCs are indicated by golden nameplates. Weird. Or we can just kill 15 enemies with Twin Instinct to unlock the next level. Okay. Well, that's kind of a waste, because I wanted to see how this worked with the blunderbuss. Live and learn. So, Mr. Aloth, I think I'm just gonna start with the typical... well, actually, I'm gonna start with this. Sometimes I forget I have this at my disposal. And it's like my best spell. Okay, ooh, they actually... so you see, these guys are much better than the previous enemies we fought. We actually missed quite a few here. 7 misses, 9 grazes, 2 hit, 1 crit. We are all terrified. Ah, that's part of the reason. Because Terrify removes accuracy. Okay, so that makes sense. So I'm gonna take care of that. I don't want my people to lose their accuracy here. Then I'm also gonna debuff. Dude, has my other beetle just died? I think my other beetle died. Has left a pot. The firebug critted and killed it. Well, she's dead. Let's start shooting this priest over here. Yeah, why not just use this again? We are gonna go for the chill fog. They are kind of clumping up this front line, so we have room to maneuver. I'm gonna bring Kana in to block this side. This is my target here. Okay, wow, they are just ignoring. But they're going for it there, so I don't really care. Let's not get too far up here. Let me see if I can stun this bitch. You are backing up, you are backing up. I'm gonna go for a painful interdiction here. There is taking some proper damage. I'm guessing it's fire damage he's taking. So he should be immune now. Yeah, triggered immunity, immune to pierce damage. Pierce, interesting. Okay. Well, let's knock this guy down, the druid. We have 101 focus points from the Grieving Mother, so I'm gonna go for the typical amplified wave, which will hit a lot of people here. And Aloth, now that he's cast all of his good spells here, I think I'm gonna... oh, and he's no longer terrified, correct. I believe I'm going to go for accuracy And then maybe I'm just gonna go for another Shadow Flame. Or I could go for the Petrification here, but I'm gonna go for the Shadow Flame. Like here. It should hit everybody. Okay. This is being a little bit chaotic. We have our debuff up. Let's go for a Holy Radiance to heal up the party and then just start casting some buffs. Well, they got knocked down by the Amplified Wave and they were also paralyzed, which is awesome. I'm gonna go for Phantom Foes on this guy here. He's stunned for 10 seconds because of my rogue. Let's keep focusing on him. And that is fine. It might seem like he's not fine, but he's fine. Now, my Shadow Flame just went out. I guess I could go for a Wilting Wind. This is a 7-meter radius. So I have to be careful about this, otherwise I might hit my own party. I could go for a Major Grimoire Imprint again to see how it works, because I haven't had any success with it yet. And I think I will. I'm gonna go for this Faithful Druid. This is mostly for fun. Okay, so do I have... It hit. Okay, so for 93 seconds in theory... Ah, there they are. Okay, that's better. So I can cast this all I want for 90 seconds. This is actually quite good. Yeah, it's actually quite good. Well, okay, I like it. 4.35 meter, I'm gonna put it here, this Moonwell. And then I'm gonna spam Firebugs, because yeah, why not? So let's throw some Firebugs over there. Yeah. Infinite Firebugs. Okay, this Druid is starting to become annoying to me, so just try and shoot him to see if I can paralyze. Kana, you can also cast a Sacre Bleu. If I hit this guy, it will be enough. Yep, go for it. Okay, we have a Moonwell. Good. We're gonna start tossing out some Firebugs. Does it happen? Oh! My dude. What has happened to me? Man, these Firebugs? These Firebugs are not nice. I think it's all the fault of this guy. But he's now paralyzed. This guy is stunned. This guy is not paralyzed. Let me see if I can paralyze him just with this here. Okay, this seems good. Do they have a cooldown? I don't understand if they do. It seems like I can just keep on spamming it. Well, Aloth killed the Druid with the Firebug. This guy got paralyzed. What do you want to do, my friend? I'm gonna focus on the Druids. And you... I guess you could go for a symbol of Magran just to, you know, just to mess with them. But the range is so short. It burns and blinds. I'm gonna go for this one, the Spark of the Souls of the Righteous. I haven't used this very often and I think it's a fun spell. I gotta get really up close though. Still. Okay, so you can stay there. I'm shooting that guy, she's shooting something. And everybody has a job except Aloth. So Aloth's gonna back up.
What?
And... what? Excuse me? I lost my thingy. Oh, I I see. When they say 3 spells, it really means I can only cast 3 spells. Oh, that's... Okay, that's not the way I read this. That's not the way I interpreted this. This is much worse than it seems. Okay, well, I'm a bit sad now, but... It's fine. It's mostly fine. Okay, so what are we going for? I think I'm going for a Gaze of the Durgan while I still have my accuracy buff. And this one hits 2.61 meters, so if I aim it on top of my bounty target, it should hit all of these. I don't think it will reach this one. It's still worth it though. Awesome. So my target is petrified. Let's go for a finishing blow on him. The Grieving Mother is doing some very minor damage. I really don't like that weapon. This guy is petrified. Petrified, 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 petrified. Aloth. I think I'm gonna work on these petrified targets before I do something else. But then I'm thinking I'm gonna go for this Wilting Wind over there. Hopefully not hitting it there in the process. Blam! 262 damage from my rogue over here. Awesome, so he's dead. Aloth is gonna toss his Wilting Wind right now. Let's see for how much. I'm gonna get a Repulsing Seal here. She has another Amplified Wave. Okay, I don't know. There's so much damage going out that I don't know what happened. Wilting Wind. Missed, grazed, and hit. Jesus, it grazes for 160 raw. Oh my lord. Okay, yeah, this is a cool spell. It is a cool spell. Okay, well, let's just continue shooting these people and finishing them off. They're all prone, so they're all dead. Yeah, this fight's over. Okay, cool. Just shoot. You can even charge this guy to kill 2 in 1. Shoot there, go help.
That's not very helpful.
Okay, that's one down. Work on him. Done.
Alright then.
But yeah, this fight is a little bit tougher than the other bounties, although it still wasn't that bad. Again, the druids were the problem with the firebugs, but they have a bunch of exceptional gear, which is quite cool. But the thing I really want is this. Magefolk's Skull. Grants unbending when endurance drops below 50%. This just means that 50% of damage taken is converted to healing over time, but it also gives you a buff of +4 to might. I think this is the biggest buff you can get to might on a single item. I'm not sure if it's gonna be the Grieving Mother who's gonna take it, but yeah. We're gonna pick up all of this. Very awesome. Some more exceptional stuff. Let's continue with our stuff. We have a major adventure added. We can just assign somebody, doesn't matter. And now we're gonna go... Well, I guess since we're here, we can go for the quest to enchant the hammer. It should go fairly quickly. I'm still not sure if I want to give her the hammer or if I want to tell the master that she's trying to cheat. But I have time to decide. I can drink some tea while my friends are going all the way over there. Mint tea, very good. So this is gonna be our first stop to enchant the hammer, and then it's on Magran's Fork. And I'm just gonna go for the other bounty after this. So the shrine is here, or it should be here. And before I forget, let me just see. So she has 1 resolve and 1 perception. I don't believe she has any might buff. Yeah, she does not. She also doesn't have any dexterity buff. But her dexterity is quite good by itself. Yeah, I'm not feeling this. I'm gonna see if this crossbow is good or not. And if it is good, I might consider it. If it's not, I'm just gonna leave it. Now, for this helmet here, I have this one on myself. This one also grants unbending. I think I'm just gonna give max might to my character. Looks very sexy. And I'm gonna give this one to the Grieving Mother. Okay, that's good. So that's one cool item obtained. I would say that that one is best for a melee DPS because it grants unbending, and unbending I would say is mostly useful for a melee person, but still. The Shrine of Abaddon lies before you, smelling of metal and oil. Bless Mascas's Forge Hammer. You place Masca's Forge Hammer at the base of the shrine. For a moment, nothing happens. Then you hear a distant ring of hammers striking anvils. Tens, then hundreds, then thousands, all in unison. Masca's Forge Hammer suddenly flares with light, and the chorus of hammering fades away. You retrieve the hammer, and though its appearance hasn't changed, it feels heavier somehow. Okay. Our first part of this quest is done. And there's actually something that I'm noticing because like I said, I didn't even know that the max level was 16. There's a lot of surplus experience in the game. At least if you're counting with the DLCs. Because we obtained maximum level before finishing the White March Part 1, and I still have White March Part 2 and Cragholt Bluffs and the end of the game, you know, before we actually finish. So there's a lot of experience that doesn't go anywhere. Loading screens. Who doesn't love them? A supplicant has arrived from Defiance Bay seeking 500 or an escort. Sure. Shrine of Magran. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is this?
Hey.
I don't remember this. Grammerfell the Wayfarer. Do I have to place my character over there? Ah. A motley gathering stands at the crossroads. At first glance, the person at the head of the group seems more monster than man. He's a death-like... what's the name? He's a death-like... I don't remember the name of the race. Whatever. Two large and curling horns emerge from the sides of his skull, forming a hardened carapace that is pocked like coral. Down its center, this strange shell splits, revealing the ash-gray skin of a man's face, obscured above the nose. The horns might seem a mere helmet, save that in several places you cannot tell where the flesh ends and the bone begins. From the neck down, however, this is by all appearances a human man, clad in fine armor of the same dark shade as his features. The man smiles, revealing long white teeth from which the gums have retracted. Despite his masked eyes, he looks unerringly in your direction. "Hail, traveler, and well met." He laughs quietly. "Are you enjoying the fresh air? We," he gestures to the men and women behind him, "are doing much the same." "You seem well armed for scholars." Ah, but we are not scriveners or aspiring priests, but rather scholars of death. Where better to witness it than the road, he laughs. These paths are not very safe. For instance, I have heard tell that there are certain groups comprised of individuals both skilled and handsome who, no, he's talking about me naturally, who, depending upon the monetary fortunes of strangers, will unseam these poor devils from nose to nape and thereby send them into the next life. I think our talk is done. Kill that one slow. I want to see the light leave him. Bitch, I don't think you know who you're messing with. I will tell you that much. Okay, well, fight starts, and we're gonna destroy these people. I'm back with my lead spitters. Let me see if I can now properly use it. I'm gonna go for an envenom strike on this crossbow man. Do they have wizards? I don't think they have any wizards. They do have a soul reaver, which seems like a psyker. So I will sap the priest. Durance is going to cast a painful interdiction on top of them. And Aloth, I believe, is going to cast a wall of many colors on top of it there. So when they start coming to circle around it there, they're gonna get wrecked. Slow down time. Oof. Okay, 120 damage. Man, you see, this is why Lead Spitter, in my opinion, is so good on the Grieving Mother. There's one shot, and she has almost enough for 2 amplified waves, or even just level 8 spells. This is amazing. And this amplified wave right here is gonna pretty much end this fight. I'm gonna give her some extra accuracy. And then we're gonna buff with Durance, although it's not even needed, I don't think. My wall of many colors, I think, is just starting to form. I'm going to sap the other caster, this one, the Soul Reaver. And that's about it. I think the wall of many colors is just starting to kill people here. Okay, perfect. I can just toss books. I don't even need anything else. Just books and damage. Yeah, petrified, dominated. There's really not much to say anymore. Let me pull this guy. And I'm gonna start shooting the tracker, because why not? And Kana... Yeah, I dominated 2 people with the wall of many colors. Amplified wave just went out and killed a bunch of people. So... shoot the last one. Yeah, everything's dead. Okay, well, you guys wanna become enemies again? Dead. Dead and dead. Okay, and that's that. Okay. I guess this is just part of the quest for enchanting the hammer, just so it isn't a fetch quest. As you prepare to strike a final blow, Grammarfell raises a hand. Wait! Wait, you have won the day! Mercy Traveler, I beg you! Weren't you talking something about scholars of death and killing people on the road? No, you die here.
Hey.
And he dies. So what do they have? Do they have anything unique? I was kind of expecting more. It's all basic stuff. Well, you suck. That's why you died. The ash-covered shrine of Magran stands before you, the scent of charred wood still lingering in the air. Place Maska's forge hammer on the shrine. The temperature around you begins to rise, and before long you feel as if you're standing in front of an open forge. Maska's hammer begins to glow red hot. Suddenly, the ground near the oh god. The ground near the shrine erupts into columns of living fire, flame blights. In the sky, winged shapes dive towards you, smoke trailing from their wide open jaws. I was not prepared for this. Oh, but at least they're coming from over there and they aren't circling my people, which is good at least. Okay, well, I'm assuming there are drakes by the description. Just buffing up. Okay, so Flame Blight, I can never remember this. Flame Blights are immune to piercing. Ugh. God damn it. So there's not even a point in shooting them with these two.
Yes.
Oh, but there is for those. Drake. Okay, so the Grieving Mother can shoot, I guess, this one. I'm gonna sap this one. Aloth is gonna throw out the Shadow Flame. This is frost damage, so it's gonna hurt them quite badly. Perfection. Well, let's cast a Chill Fog because why not? And then toss some books over here, and the fight should be over. The Grieving Mother just blasted that one, not for much damage, but look who's in the center of all of this. Sorry. Wham! There we go, he's prone, he's gonna die. And you can shoot that, hit that.
So much for you.
Okay, fight's over. Come on, man, you're dead, you just don't know it. Thank you. Well, another little fight. Just so, once more, this isn't just a fetch quest. But now with that done, we are going to go and deal with the bounty, if I can find it, in Whitestone Hollow. So we're gonna go there, it takes 2 days and 6 hours, Jesus. At least the loadings let me drink some tea.
Hey.
Before it gets cold.
If secrets whisper here, I shall listen for.
And man, if I'm very lucky, I can maybe even find my other item that I wanted. Not sure. Just scouting the area. Skulldrax. Okay. I think my item is somewhere north. Though I might be wrong. Whitestone Lake. Oh, this is what the child drew. I'm pretty sure of it. Yeah, a lake with pillars in the middle. Okay. So we're on the right track. Let's kill these. I don't think they're gonna be difficult. They do stun, however. So you gotta be somewhat careful with that. These are frost ones. I don't know if they do anything different from the normal ones from before. Vigorous defense try and negate this clear out. These creatures, I'm guessing, are gonna try and stun me. And this guy is casting something poisoned, it looks like. Let me sap that one. You shoot this one. You are buffed. So you're gonna go for this. Yep. You stay there. Well, yeah, this fight I think is done as well. Let's just debuff them. You're gonna go in. You're gonna go in. You're gonna toss books in the middle of them all. And once you get in there, we're gonna get an amplified wave, which will deal with most of these. Man, amplified wave is such a revelation. I don't even remember using this spell on my previous runs. I did not know what I was missing, I gotta say. Okay, let's deal with these in the back with a charge. Okay, you guys can focus on that. You focus on that. Let's knock this down and shoot this one.
So much for you.
Okay. Done, 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 done. So these enemies do not present a challenge. Let us carry on. Oh, there's a cave. That's probably the cave where the child is. Where is my item, though? I don't remember where my item is. I thought it was up there. But apparently it is not. We have some frost oozes. Well, at this point there's a lot of enemies that I just don't really care that much about. And when I say care, I mean... I don't think they're gonna be problematic. So... Buff. 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 Wait for them to come in. Buff. You guys can all shoot snowballs at it there, it's fine. Okay, Kana can also join the party. You're gonna blast that one in the face. You're gonna shoot that one because... And you are going to just start shooting as well. One down. I'm just gonna paralyze them all. With Shadow Flame. Oh, come on, man. Don't get stuck. Thank you. Amplified Wave coming out. Oh my Jesus, what was that? Man, I swear, the animations in this game sometimes are out of this world, I should say. Okay, you can help out with damage. Whoops, you shoot that. You shoot that. He's dead. Amplified Wave again.
What is it?
Leave it to me.
Yeah, not really much to fear here. There are certain enemy types which I'm still afraid of, naturally. And don't you worry, there's gonna be a bunch of them before we finish the game that I am worried about. But stuff like this, it doesn't really matter. Ooh. Plus 3 will, 15 defense against fright and terrified attacks for 300 seconds. This is quite good. I don't think I've ever seen that mead. Okay, tin hat. Oh, spider senses are tingling. I think there's fish people around there. Hattie's house. Costa. It's bad days coming, I'm telling you. The pair look up at you as you approach. Who's the... Oh, begging your pardon, Lord. The villager shuffles to face you. Need help? Don't think anybody could help Adi now. It might not be too late. Look, we saw some suspicious people leaving Hattie's house. They'd already torched the barn. Suspicious people? Not just looters, I mean. They were armored up like they were in for battle. And mean looking. Kern's got something to do with it, I just know it. Kern? He's a dwarf. Lives in Stalwart now. He and Adi were always at each other's throats over land rights. For years now. Might not be him. You shouldn't go accusing people. Well, why are you just standing out here then? We were worried there might be one of them still inside. We're goat herds, not warriors. Okay, I'll have a look. Good man. Hope we're wrong about this. We got a quest, the Bleak Oath. But my spider senses are tingling about this area here. I think there's fish people. This, I'm guessing, is the barn that they burned. Oh.
There's something ahead.
Oh, okay. Embers still smolder in these blackened ruins. Apart from a few flecks of soot, the supplies of this cart are untouched. I'm just trying to see if my spider senses are correct. Oh, Shangri-La. Okay, I think that's the bounty. I think that's the bounty. So that means the fish people are up here? And what is this? Nothing. Okay. This pale rough stone doesn't resemble any other formation in the area. No, there's still not fish people here. I don't know. Something's tingling about that area for me.
I shall be discreet.
What is this? The shallow reserves of water in this trough have frozen over. Okay, well, let's see what's up here at Ida's house. Or Hadi's house. Well, not much. I think people are dead. A bloody thumbprint marks where someone pulled away a piece of bread. A cool potion.
I see something.
Secret, some money. Someone has torn away several pages, leaving bloody smears behind. The fire has died down to a handful of glowing embers. Nothing special. A pistol. And a soul. The dead man's sprawled position gives you a clear view of the sword wound in his back. The smeared, drying blood around him has not yet faded to brown. Read his soul. So he's been freshly killed. You hear a groan, low and pained, and turn your head to see. There's a dull pain in your skull and your vision swims. A harsh grip on your arm bears you upright on your knees. Oh, we can see it. Elwina. We don't have anything worth stealing. Elwina's voice cuts through your sluggish thoughts. You look up at the armored man seated at the table, your stomach knotting up with dread. No, you don't. Sebastian. He reaches almost idly for the ledger. You notice before he does the way that Elwina tenses up, but you're not sure why until he opens the book and the letter falls out. Family. The man smiles as he picks up the letter. No! Elwina tries to run forward only to get caught by the arm by the man behind her. Looks like Eska's doing well at the mill. Sweet of him to write. Deerford's a long way from here. Enough, Sebastian. A bleak walker paladin. All right. He tosses the letter on the table, cruel amusement swiftly replaced with irritation. Kill him. You barely have time to register the words. The sword through your back drives the air from your lungs and the strength from your limbs all at once. Elwina's screams seem so faint. You have to get to her. You have to warn Eska somehow, but your legs won't listen. You can't breathe. The memory slips from you like a shucked cloak. Shucked? And the pain in your back fades just as quickly.
Hey.
Well, bad news for my friends outside. Their friend is deceased. Yes, what do you want? Well, I'm gonna start with this one. I'm looking for a young girl named Mila. There aren't any kids out here, just bandits and Lagufet. Aha! My spider senses were correct. Hungry ones too. Lots of dead deer to the northeast, so be careful if you head that way. Well, Hadi's dead. Knew it had to be bad. Thanks for letting us know, stranger. Well, that's not... Okay, that's all. Okay, so I'm gonna go back into this house for a reason. There's a camping supply there, which I intend to make use of, instead of just letting it rot there. And the reason for it is... my bounty, the Terror of Whitestone Hollow... He is a blight. So if he's a blight... No, wait. Maybe? A blight. Okay, so blights are spirits. And there's also Shenguela over there, which are also spirits. So we're gonna rest. Oh, come on. Are you gonna make me rest outside to go and pick this up again? That's dumb. That's very dumb. God. I'll just drink. Okay. So we rest here. We point at spirits. Rest. Good. And now we go back to pick up the camping supplies. But yeah, in any case, this will be the end of this episode. Like I was saying before, my objective for these initial episodes out here in the White March Part 2 is I just want to pick up a few items. I think it's 2 items. They are soulbound items, and I want to play with them, so the earlier I can get them, the more mileage out of them I can get as well. So that's going to be my first objective. Since we got these bounties and they're kind of close by, I'm also doing them. And after that, we're going to go to Cragholt Bluff, or whatever the name is, before we go and finish off the White March Part 2. Let's see how that plays out. So, as always, thank you so much, my friends, for being here with me in the channel, watching some Pillars of Eternity. If you guys have any questions or suggestions, you know what to do, leave a comment below. If you are liking the content, consider subscribing. There's videos coming out every single day, and I hope to see you all in the next episode. Until then, stay safe, everyone.